Hello guys, Marius here. Today we'll talk about part 2 of Pioneer SX1250. In this part we'll remove the power amplifier from the right power supply, rectified power supply and stabilized power supply, bank power capacitors for the right channel, power transformer, left capacitors bank for left amplifier, protection board and power supply for the left power amplifier board, and the heatsink and transistors for this part. So now I will take the camera and I will show you how it looks here, how dirty it is, and after that we'll continue process. Step by step I will show you exactly what I will do. Okay, so let's go a little bit inside to see how dirty it is. So this is how it looks. You see, it's visible all this dust accumulating during the years. You see also down there, it's a relay. That relay is for soft start. It's bypassing the power resistor, which is in series with transformer. When you start the amplituner, these capacitors, because they are discharged, they will take a lot of power, a lot of current, and you have to limitate this to not blow the fuses, and you will limitate this by adding a resistor with high wattage and couple of microseconds. The load, it will be drawn by the resistor or from through resistor, let's say, and after that, when the power supply is energized, the relay it's engaged and it's bypassing that resistor, and in that moment you have full voltage on primary winding of transformer. So this is how it looks inside. So I want to remove everything what is here on the back. We have to flip upside down a couple of times. After that we'll make cleaning of this chassis here and also on the back side. And after we'll do this, it will be end of this video, part number 2. And in the part number 3, we'll start with stages one by one to fix it everything. When we will finish with all these stages, we'll power on the amplituner. We will be sure everything is all right. And after that we'll start with front part. So let's go deep. Now I will put upside down. We'll discharge the capacitors to be sure there's no any voltage there. Of course the mains is disconnected. Here behind you see this IAC connector. It's a computer standard connector. And we'll go deep with this. Okay, so I'll fix the camera on tripod and we'll go ahead. So this is how it looks upside down. Here is the bottom part. To discharge the capacitors here and here, I will use a bulb. It's a 70 watts bulb, and we will check the voltage across the capacitors with a multimeter. I will use this Fluke 2A7 multimeter. On capacitors you will have a continuing on DC voltage, because the capacitors, they are connected after bridge rectifiers, and we'll do like that. We'll put the multimeter here, and across the terminals we'll check the voltage. So we'll start with this one. This one is dry. And this one is dry also. Let's check this. You see 0.4 volts. So we have to discharge 001, and the rest too. It's 00. Also is dry. And this one, yeah. So I will put the bulb down here. This is the easiest way to discharge this kind of capacitors. Okay, you can use also a resistor for that, but I prefer the bulb. Some guys, they are using a screwdriver or a plier and you'll make a short circuit between terminals, but it's too risky for me because you'll have a lot of sparks, and that sparks, they can fly around. So I prefer to do it this way. With a bulb, it's very easy, but of course not economical bulbs. This with halogen. It's a halogen bulb, classic with filament. And let's see this voltage now for that capacitor. Yeah, fast dropping. Yes, you see now it's 0, 0. Very good. So now we are sure all the capacitors, they are discharged. Let's put the multimeter somewhere here because we will not use now. Okay, and also the bulb. Now we'll start to, I'll take the camera and we'll disconnect together all the sockets because all the cards have sockets. So let's start it. So now here is the right side because you see it's upside down, and here is the amplifier card for right. So you see these two sockets. See these spider nets here. So we need to clean everything, yeah. Okay. Put the sockets closer to the board, yeah, and to be on this to be flush below this edge, because when you'll put again on normal position, to not touch with the table these sockets. Yes, okay. Here is the power supply board. We'll remove all the sockets like that. Okay, one by one. Like I told you, I want to record all this process because it's really nice piece of machine, and it's better to remain here on the internet because you never know when you need it. You just watch, remember, and you'll do the job. Okay, capacitors here. Okay, so everything is disconnected. Bank capacitor for the right side, power supply. Here is the protection board. Okay, protection board and power supply for left channel. Sorry. Okay, also this one. It will be a long video, but doesn't matter. The problem is to be full with everything. So you see, this is how I put the sockets. Okay. Okay, and here the power amplifier board for left channel. In the same time, I will fix the camera on tripod, and I will disconnect also the capacitors screws. You see, all the capacitors, they are using screws. I will remove it because I want to also to remove the transformer and the capacitors. Yeah, okay, let's continue. Okay, let's take a screwdriver and we'll remove the screws from capacitors one by one, like that. Okay, you see all screws, they have spring washers. Okay, so 4 screws, 4 washers. I remember for this I'm using these containers. Are really doing good job. Let's do also for the left channel, the other channel, like that. These capacitors, they will be replaced with Nichicon, same diameter. I don't like to use the smaller diameter capacitors. I don't like to use that sponge to put around capacitor to fill that gap between capacitor and the securing ring of securing bracket of capacitor. I don't like it. So I prefer to have same dimension, to stay fixed there, not to be with that elastic sponge. Yeah? So all the screws and the washers are out. No, one washer more here lost. No, was an illusion. Now we'll take the camera again and we will see exactly where are the minuses for capacitors, because it's very important when we'll put new capacitors to know the position for that. This is not the minus for both capacitors, yeah, these brackets. This is the ground point between the capacitors. So here is the plus minus of capacitor, bridge, the ground point, and here is the plus of the other capacitor, and here is the minus. So you have plus, ground, and minus. So you have double power supply, yes? Plus and minus, and the ground. Okay, so pay attention for this. I will take the camera again and I will show you the black spots, which means it's the minus. So this is the backside of amplituner of Pioneer SX1250, and we'll check one more time. So here are the capacitors, you see, here is plus, here is minus, here is plus, here is minus. In the mirror it's same, here is plus, you see red, yeah, plus, minus, black, plus and minus. So here the orange is minus, red it's plus, and this one is ground. Okay, so it's very important. So here it's minus, here it's ground, plus, which is brown, and minus, which is white. Yeah, so minus, minus, plus, plus. So that means here is minus and plus, minus and plus. Pay attention. Don't put here on this one minus, 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 because you'll destroy for sure something. Yeah. So pay attention. You for sure you'll blow the. I don't know if you'll blow the capacitor because it's big capacitor. For sure you'll blow some fuses here. Yeah, these fuses or transformer fuses, depends. Okay. Now we'll arrange one more time these sockets to not bend the terminals of the boards, yeah, like that, and we'll put this unit upside down, not upside down, on normal position because it's already upside down, and we'll remove the capacitors. This will remove all the screws for the cards, and we'll remove also the transistors from power amplifiers, heatsinks, and after that the power amplifier boards. And let's do that. So again, now is not in normal position. All the cards for protection, power supply, and the power amplifier, they have, you saw that tabs down there. Each tab is secured by one screw. Also here on the front section. Also here for the left channel, 2 screws there, 2 screws there. Transformer, he is using 2 and 2 screws, so 4 in total. And each capacitor, he is secured by 2. The capacitors between, they are secured with brackets, and each bracket, back and front, he is using 2 screws there and 2 screws here. So what I will do now, I will remove all these screws. And of course for this I will need again one box. We'll put here, and one by one we'll remove the screws. You see, these are the screws. Just screws. And if the screws they will not stick on the screwdriver, you can use a pair of tweezers to take it out. You see, like that. So pay attention to remove all the screws, yeah. And if you remove all the screws, to not lose them inside. So you see, for the capacitors, the screws are different. So these small are for cards, These big are for capacitors. So pay attention when you fix back. Okay. Two more for the capacitors back. It's a lot of dust here accumulating during the years, but it's something normal. Okay, and now the power bank capacitor for the right channel, it's out, you see? So remove the screws from each side. So this is how it looks, the power bank capacitor for the right channel. So Nichicon 22,000. 80 volts, negative black, 85 degrees. Okay, so this is how it looks. We'll put here on the side, and now we'll continue with first removing the screws. Okay, put here. We'll continue with the parts. Okay, here is the power supply card. You see somebody before was here, because this is not Japanese standard transistor, it's BD, so that means it's European. Here are, I saw something more, this BC transistor is not the Japanese style. You will see this capacitor started to make topless. This one also, so that means it's a lot of heat here. Yeah. Also another capacitor, also another transistor replaced here, and of course all this dust which have to be removed. This tarnish on the pins should be removed. We'll clean also this, and we will check everything, and we will do a complete overhaul later on. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put here this one. Now let's remove also the protection board and the capacitors bank for the left side. Here you see it's a minus, which is showing you the minus in some front. Also was on this power bank capacitor, same. You see minus, minus. They've been like that inside. Very good. So let's start with protection board and power supply side for left power amplifier. So we remove the screws. I'm planning also to paint the supports for these cards because they are rusty, and we'll see if we'll do together this. So this is the card, this protection card. I see here nothing was touched by technician before. So you have the power supply for the left channel. You see bridge diodes, capacitors, filters, and dropping resistors here. Relay, protection relay, and everything. What you see here is the protection. It's the circuit which is taking care about the protection of amplifiers. DC load, overload, and not DC load, DC protector. So when you have DC on the output to the speakers, this relay it will disconnect. Also, this is the protection when you switch on the amplifier. This circuit here, it will start to count usually 3 seconds, and after that it will connect the speakers. If you will not have this process to be done by this protection circuit, you will have a bang in the speakers when you start the amplifier, if it's directly, because it's not an output through capacitors, it's an output through relay. Okay, so overload, DC protection, and on-off protection also. So this is doing by this card here, yeah. But when we'll start to overhaul the card to make a full restoration, we'll take also the description from Pioneer to see exactly what they said about this card. It will be a nice video. So each card will have own video. to see each card, how to fix it, and how to understand what's going on inside. Yeah. So you see also the tarnish on the pins. So we have to clear it. It's very simple to clear. We will do together. So now let's remove the capacitors also. Power bank capacitors. Also remove the screws. We have 4 screws. 1, I told you, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Okay, second one it's slack. Third one. Okay, and fourth one it's here. And now we are ready to remove. Okay, third one, you see. You see here on my finger? These are the spider's legs. Yeah, you see? Mamma mia. It's a lot of, see, screw here, and this one more here. So check here how it looks. It's a lot of dust, yeah. Capacitors. We need to clean these brackets. Also 22,000 microfarads, 80 volts. And here you see how they are bulged. So these capacitors, they are not good anymore. But we'll check, we'll test, and we'll see what's going on with them. So this is the power bank of capacitors for the left side. Now I'll take the camera to record to see what is here. After that we'll disconnect the thermal compensation diodes for each channel, for each power amplifier. These diodes, they are compensating the idling current through the transistor. Yeah? If the temperature is to rise, these compensating diodes, they are reducing the current on transistors, because you know, when a semiconductor is starting to increase the temperature, automatically the current is increased also in the same time. So to not burn these transistors, we have to take care about this current. So we have to pay attention with these compensation diodes, because they are very brittle. You will see when I will remove. When we'll fix back, I want to add here some thermal paste, and also a washer between the diode and the screw to have more pressure contact there. So I will take the camera, I will record what is down here, and after that we'll go to disconnect the transistors, sockets, biasing diode, and so on. So this is how it looks inside now. So you see it's really, really dirty, but it's not any problem. We'll fix it, we'll clean it, and we will go ahead. I told you I have in plan to remove also the trafo. It will be much easier to do the job. So now let's focus on the biasing diode. We will create 2 boxes for right and left. We will write on them, and then we will remove the screws, transistors, and we will dismantle everything. So let's go. Okay, so how I'll do now? I'll take a pencil. I'll write to the boxes right, and left, L and R, yeah, to know which one where it is, yeah. So right, left, left, right. Okay, so let's start with biasing diode to remove the screw. Here you have to pay really attention for this. So left, you see this one is longer than the others. Biasing diode screw on this channel. Remove with 2 fingers. Don't bend the legs here where they are coming out from the diode head, yeah. Bend from the board, yeah, like that. Because if they will crack here, you have enough length to fix here. But if you will crack, if you will have the leg broken here, it will be total mess. So here, remove also the sockets, the plugs, like that. 1, 2nd, 3rd. Yeah, okay, like that. Also on this side. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll start to take out the transistors, the metal covers of transistors, and after that the heat sinks on both sides. So I will prepare this side to be visible on the camera, and we will start with this one. Okay, so like you see here, we are on the it's too long, the screwdriver now. I was touching the camera with the other screwdriver. I took a short one. Now we'll remove the protection for transistors. These are the metal, some metal covers here. We'll remove like that. Also this one. Each protection here is fixed with 2 screws, you see. Also check the length of the screws. They are like that. Okay. Take a tweezer, remove like that the protection covers. You see, they are full. This is good for me because we are sure now nothing was touching here something. Nobody, sorry. So here are the transistors. So pay attention again. You see here the wheel for the front end tuning capacitor. Here we have the transistor. So here it's front, here it's aft, and here we are on the left channel. So this is the position of transistors. 2SD555 neck back, 2SB600 on the front. Yeah. So now also with screwdriver, remove these screws and leave it on position. Also this one like that. All of them. Usually when you see a dot on screws, on head screws, on the head of the screws, I think it's much correct like that, that means it's a Japanese standard. So you need to use a designated screwdriver for this. But now in this moment I don't using a Japanese screwdriver. I will show you what is written on my head of screwdriver. It's written VPH2, so it's an H2 head, yeah, and it's doing a good job, you see. Yeah, so it's doing a good job. And the head of screw, you see, let's focus, it's a dot here down, so that means it's a G standard. Now you will take a tweezer and you will remove all the screws like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look on this one, it's full of dust, but doesn't matter. It's better for us because we will see the process much better. Now with fingers, so let's make a picture. Okay, with fingers grab the transistors and shake it like that to break the layer of thermal grease, yeah. Okay, like that. And it's easy, if you twist like that couple of times, should come out. With a long flat screwdriver you can put between the thermal pad and the transistor, and you can lift like that. Okay, also this one, you see, but pay attention, don't be in hurry, do it the job proper, because this is not the job where to be in hurry. Yeah? Okay, third one and fourth one. Okay, also this one is out. Let's see how it looks, the grease. You see, it's completely dry. Yeah, so that means if it's dry, the thermal conductibility, thermal transfer, it's not so good. Okay, so these are the transistors. You see they are full with everything. We'll put there. Now This heatsink, it's fixed here on the front with 2 screws, and on the back also I will take the camera and I will show you. Also on the back it's fixed also with 2 screws. So here it's in the front, here it's on the back. Okay, so let's remove it. Okay, so we'll start with the front screws, heatsink screws. Yeah. Let's go on. Okay, first one, it's removed. Second one, it's removed. Again, check the length of screws. Yeah, it's very, very important when you will put back. So you see here are long screws. Yeah, okay. Put back on the left parts box. Now let's go on the back and see that other. Okay, now we're on the back. So first screw. I know it's not so good angle for that, but let's do it. Okay, you see now on the back are short screws. See, it's medium length. Okay, put on the box, and now let's see what we did. So we can move the heatsink on the front. So you see this part here is going behind the edge of the back, so it's not coming on the front, it's coming on the back. Yeah, okay, so let's see how it looks. Yes, it's full of everything. Yeah. Okay, so now I will take a pencil and I will write somewhere here. So this is normal position. Yeah, I will write here left to know this one was left, and upper arrow to know this is the position. Yeah, so it was like that, and put here down. Okay, so this one is ready. Check also the position of the wires, how they look here. So I will put the tripod a little bit down. So normally they are staying like that, yeah. So you have the sockets here on top, they are coming like that. And normally you should put in this way. And here you have these 2 cables, which is plus and minus, which are coming from capacitor. You remember on the beginning when I showed you the capacitors wires, yeah. So this is how it looks, yeah. So now again we are talking about the left channel. So we'll put this like that, and we'll remove the screws from the plate of a card, amplifier card, yeah. So how I told you, you have to remove the screws of the card, one side, second side. Okay, screws removed, remove them, and let's see if somebody was working here before. I hope no. No, you see all the transistors, they are black on top, because I'm comparing with the power supply board. Yeah, so some of them they were marked, that means they were of European standard. Also I will take the pencil and I will write here on the card left. Yeah, to be much easier when we will start to fix back. We'll clean this L and we'll write it again. Connectors are tarnished, of course, rusty, but it's no problem. So let's put the card here on the side. Okay, so like that. And we have heatsink hits here on the side. All the parts which I removed from left channel are here. And let's do same on the right channel. So here we are. This is the right channel, front and back. I remove the covers for the screwdriver, for the transistors. Remove the screws from the transistors. Front screws, back screws for the heatsink. You see here somebody was working, or maybe they mixed the screws. Here it's yellowish, here is black. So we should put on normal position. The protectors are down, the screws are down. Now we'll continue with the transistors. All screws are out. I should remove the transistors. So screws and transistors are down. We'll put on the box, on the right box, not left, right one. Okay, like that. So we have all the screws are here and transistors, and now we remove the heatsink. Also, we'll write R and up somewhere here. So R up arrow to be easy where to fix back. Yeah. Okay, so here is the view. Okay, so let's lift like that. You see the connectors, again plus and minus wires, the other cable with here we'll put here, and we'll remove the screws on the side. Look here how big they are, these spiders. Look here. One, yeah, let's see if it's focused. One, and the brother. Second one, see? Okay, so I will remove the screws and I will remove the card. Okay, so here is the right power amplifier board. I will write an R to be easy to follow the process, and we'll put on the side. So in this moment it will look like that, yes? Everything screws there. Left channel, right channel, protection board, power supply, power capacitor banks. This is how it looks inside. If you like this video, please thumb up, share with others. I hope you will enjoy it or enjoy it already. On the next video, you'll have the removing of transformer, cleaning, and cleaning the backside. Okay, cheers, all the best, stay tuned and remain safe. Marius here.